Yo, Lot. These niggas stuck, man. Yeah.
Lot. I've been eating pot belly, greasy face, Glock heavy. Feed the safe, talking shit, do not tell me. I don't wanna see that hate, all that shit do not help me. I'm just trying to plead my case to the most high. Pray I see the gates. I was about to Cancun, but we just got the house instead. Covered all of their payment, and now she got the bobblehead. Looking at me like dinner, she said she about to gobble lead. Point the beam like a pencil, and then you gotta swallow lead. Point the beam like a pencil, and then you gotta swallow it. Pack my bag with essentials, I can't forget the hollow tip. Niggas losing they mental, and Satan come demolish it. Niggas all on they mental and get the whining like a bitch, just like iron, they rust. Niggas trying, they luck, keep it real. Everybody out here lying, save us, steady raising dead. They was out here lying, then dust. Niggas on my head, so the brotherhood is a must. Any hood, I be riding with my brothers that I trust. Know I'm good, cause they slime with they fingers on the clutch. Money piling like I'm trying to make it stack in the rush. One west to the death, and that ain't even enough, cause I'm coming back. I ain't never done with that, gonna hit and spread your lies. I'ma let you run with that, wanting me to spread the thighs. I ain't having fun with that, nigga, hell no. Now she wanna chop it up like a lumberjack. Got some exes popping up, tryna run it back. Want me come and hit the hole like a running back. If the Lord take a soul, ain't no coming back. On my soul couldn't fold like 100 racks. I'm down for my niggas, I up for my niggas. I go and do the time, stay stuck for my niggas. I ride for my niggas, I die for my niggas. One west to the death, no lie, little nigga. I'm down for my niggas, I up for my niggas. I go and do the time, stay stuck for my niggas. I ride for my niggas, I die for my niggas. One west to the death, no lie, little nigga.
The full Nicky on my waistline like a big nigga. No limit, I'm a tank, close game, hit different. We focus on who around, not concerned with who's missing. My boots digging, never been a house shoe. She don't like it, but she love me. I can tell when she want me. Tell, then I zip the body bag like a onesie. I'm dropping every day, let my feel clumsy. Through the pain, but we don't find shit funny. I know enough that I don't know shit. It's one thing I know this. Never bite the end that feeds you, never lend a whole shit. We don't want half of the world, man, we coming for this whole but shit. In the world, I was known to pack a bag like a road I'm trip. In the den with the lions, I be living this in real life. Ain't everything, but you gon' lose your soul, that's a real price. Led by a coward, I don't know what that feel like. Black on black, toes to my head, I can't kill Christ.
I'm down for my niggas, I up for my niggas. I go and do the time, stay stuck for my niggas. I ride for my niggas, I die for my niggas. One west to the death, no lie, little nigga. I'm down for my niggas, I up for my niggas. I go and do the time, stay stuck for my niggas. I ride for my niggas, I die for my niggas. One west to the death, no lie, little nigga.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my houses. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole.
Was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road. That a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angels, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood, Slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK. Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All black Hispanics and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
And I'm screaming more fire, more fire. Give them more fire, more fire. I just gotta pray for more fire, more fire. I'm hoping he come with more fire, more fire.
Okay. Homie, I've been
There's a king that's coming back to save our people. Now, we should be preparing ourselves for the return of our king, not stuck up in these denominations and religions that's destroying our people and destroying our nation.
So when we are in this kingdom and a brother or a sister is doing wickedly in this kingdom, we must tell them, look, the world is expecting you to stay docile, to stay stupid.
That's what Christianity teaches our people. Teaches our people to hate one another and love the oppressor. Like, we'll never forgive one another for anything that another brother or sister do to us, but we'll forgive the oppressor in a heartbeat. There's something wrong with that, man.
Imagine living your life as a whole Christian your whole life, and life's good because you're a Christian and Jesus is white and everything's going great, and there's a landslide and the earth opens up and you go downstairs and you walk through this place and you see a black Jesus, man. Why is Jesus Christ black with an afro in the catacombs, man? This predates the Renaissance period.
So when you read the book of Genesis, the trees in the garden with other nations, a leaf, what does a leaf do to a tree? Cover the tree. So Adam took the covering of another nation. What's the covering of another nation? Their culture. So when the Most High saw him and said, yo, Adam, where are you, man? Why are you? Don't mean I can't find you. He was like, who is this nigga, man? Where are you, man? I don't know you.
Okay. So the Ba al Banya Yasha'ala wa Amarath al Ham wa Aidya Yahweh. The Ba means speak. Al, when it's joined with something, so al Banya means what? Unto, right? Excellent. So al, when it's joined with something, means unto. Banya means children. Yasha'ala is Israel. So unto the children of Israel.
Like, if it's one thing a hoe gonna do, a hoe gonna hold. But you ain't. She can't hold if there's nobody to hold with. And the thing she said at the end, where she said, I went back and I lied to him and he still wouldn't do it. And then she threw up her hands and she said, well, he'll just be a brother. That's what he need.
That's
brothers.
Right.
If we have more brothers, hoes like her wouldn't have no outlet.
There was a man in the land of Oz whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright.
There you go, the man called Job. I think Job is what that afflicted. And that man was perfect and upright, meaning what? You can be perfect, man. Job was a man like everybody else, man. Job wasn't no angel, he didn't come from the heavens, and that man was perfect, meaning what? You can be perfect in the Bible. Being perfect is in the Bible.
With me, had fringes on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Spin a real Smith at y'all, no Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain above 50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause them niggas getting foul, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino, and the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow.
Alright, Shalom Israel, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua Barakatham to all the brothers. Yahweh Shema, Alatan Bahashim Yahushua to the sisters. Do a quick sound check. Can everybody hear me? Tawab. Let me see if I can hear the audio. Quick check. Match 1, 2. Put a 1 or a con of the chat if you can hear me. Tawab. I just want to make sure everything coming through. Yeah, everything should be good. All right, we're good to go. Hit the water. All right, Shalom with the ISUPK. Start at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. You know what I'm saying? Since 1969, we've been bringing out the truth about the Bible, the truth about, the law, statutes, and commandments, and what it is that so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans need to do according to the Bible. You know what I'm saying? We need to separate from Christianity, separate from Islam, separate from all these idols that the Most High does not want us bowing down to, because the Most High, if you ever read the Bible, is a jealous God. And he has a chosen people who he has chose unto himself. You know what I'm saying? The water for the ones in the chat. All right, so of course, there's ISUPK. We have classes throughout the week. You know what I'm saying? The history class the law class on Monday. This is in the school. So we have a school in the UK. It's located at 394 Lodge Road in Birmingham, the postcode B185PW. We have whole classes there from 7 till 9 every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So we got the Monday law class, the Wednesday history class, and the Thursday scripture breakdown class. We also hold classes online every Tuesday and Friday, again from 7 till 9. The Brotherhood class on Tuesday, and the Lashawan Qadash class today on Friday, which is where I teach you how to read, write, and speak biblical Hebrew. All right. So, shalom to everybody that's in the class. I see a couple of y'all. Let me see. I see Shield of Truth. All right, Most High in Christ, Shalom. I see you corrected it, Most High in Christ. All right, I see. This is a priest, Kazak Gabar. All right, Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbat. All right, we also got Bador Green. All right, Shalom, Lord in Christ. You know what I'm saying, Lord in Christ. We got, who else we got in here? We got Kayala, Shalom, Yahweh Shema Allah Ta'ala Shem Yahweh Shai in the stream also.
Shalom, Yahweh Shema Allah Ta'ala Shem Yahweh Shai.
Most High in Christ. We also got Rab Kwa. All right, Shalom, sis, Yahweh Shema Allah Ta'ala Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, so as we like to do at the beginning of each class, also, Shalom, I believe this is the sister, Marisa. Shalom, sis, Yahweh Shema Allah Ta'ala Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, so as I like to do at the beginning of each class, I would like to have everybody state their registry. So as you come in, I want you to state your registry in the comments. All right, I'm gonna start. Kayla, could you state your registry for anybody at home who might be unsure how to do it?
Kayla, Bath Yahawada, Bath Yasharala.
Most High in Christ. So Kayla, Bath Yahawada, Bath Yasharala, meaning Kayla, daughter of Judah, daughter of Israel. All right, Most High in Christ. I'm also put up on the screen real quick for anybody who might be new to stating their registry. I can give you the format of how to do so. Also, I see them coming in the comments as well. Most High in Christ. Let me share the screen. It's not showing me which. Hold on. This the one. All right, share this one. Okay, the format to state your registry. And let me actually share the ones in the comments. I like this sister, Rab Kwa, state her registry. So Rab Kwa, Bath Ra'alban, Bath Yasha'al. So Rab Kwa, daughter of Reuben, daughter of Israel. All right, Most High in Christ. Okay. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do, Slack here. For anybody who doesn't know how to state their registry, you'd put your name. All right, so if you have a Hebrew name, of course you put your Hebrew name. If you don't have a Hebrew name yet, you just put that name, right? Then you put Ban or Bath, meaning son or daughter, right? The of would be implied here. You'd then say your tribe. So it'd be like Ban Gad would be son of Gad. Ban Yehuda, son of Judah. Bath Shammai one, daughter of Simeon, so on and so forth. Ban and or Bath Yasha'ala, meaning son or daughter of Israel. Okay. All right. Also, let me put these in the comments. I seen another registry come through. Real quick, I'm gonna put in the comments if anybody wants to be part of these classes, right? If you want to attend the class live, like you see Kayla, all you need to do is contact the ISUPK UK. All right, so contact us, let us know your name, the zone you're in, and the name of your camp leader. The name of your camp leader over that zone. Also, there is attendance sign-in required for anybody who is still doing their 90 days and working on obtaining their Hebrew name. As you're shedding yourself the world, you're attending classes, you're learning, make sure you fill this attendance sign-in sheet. So I'm gonna put that in the chat also. Okay. And I see the sister Marisa stated her registry. So Marisa Bath Banyamyan, Bath Yasha'ala. So daughter of Benjamin, daughter of Israel. Okay. All right, we got those in the chat too. All right, so boom. Next thing I'm gonna do, run through the Hebrew alphabet. All right, Kayla, could you run through the Hebrew alphabet for me, Baba Kusha?
Abagada Hawa Zaka Taya Kala Manasa I Patazakwa Rasha.
Most High in Christ. All right, Most High in Christ. Excellent. All right, so anybody who might be watching, or if you're unfamiliar with the Hebrew alphabet, make sure you get the Hebrew alphabet sheet, practice it, run over it. You definitely want to be able to know, know and recognize each letter. And it's good to be able to recite the Hebrew alphabet by heart. I'm sure we can all, whatever language it is that we speak today, we can all recite the oppressor's alphabet. But can we recite the Hebrew alphabet? All right, you want to ask yourself that question and get the Hebrew alphabet down. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I'm going to get into tonight's class. So tonight's class, you can see the title, Celebrating Christmas is Antichrist. All right, celebrating Christmas is against Christ. All right, it's against the Bible. It's against what Christ would have taught. Right? But for all the Christians out there who celebrate Christmas and think it's Christ's birthday, which is just not in the Bible, and just is completely ignorant of what the Bible is about, apparently, like completely ignorant of what the message of the Bible is, what the Bible even is. It's not even a religious book that everyone can come and join. It's a history book. All right, for those Christians who are completely ignorant and will still buy their Christmas turkey and still put up some tree in their house and put gifts underneath it and still do all these pagan customs to this day, no matter how many times we tell you it is pagan. It comes from pagan origins. It doesn't take more than a Google search to find out what Christmas is really about. It's nothing to do with the Bible, nothing to do with Christ, nothing to do with Christ. Right? The same as this Christianity in its entirety has nothing to do with the Bible and nothing to do with Christ. Right? Christ kept the law and taught the law. Right? And what is one of the first laws? Right? I think it might be the first one. Hold on. What's the first law? Let me real quick. I know we went through. When I say the first law, I mean like in accordance to or in reference to the 10 Commandments. We did a class on that not too long ago. All right, this one right here. Is this the first law? Let me see. It is very much the first law, right? In verse 3 right here. Thou shalt have, or there shall be to you, no other gods before me. Meaning you shall not serve any other gods aside from the Most High. And putting some Christmas tree in your house and doing all those pagan customs that your oppressor has you doing is serving another God before the Most High. It's doing some pagan customs before doing, and instead of doing what the Most High wants you to do. I'll tell you what the Most High wants you to do. For all so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, the Most High wants you to, in the UK, you know what I'm saying? The Most High wants you to be at 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW this Sunday to hold the Feast of Dedication. That's what the Most High wants you to do. That's what Christ wants you to do. But you will sit at home and put up some Christmas tree and eat turkey and ham and whatever the hell y'all eat as a Christmas dinner because you serve a God before the Most High. All right? So let's go ahead and get into, get into these verses. Let's break it down, and read it through and get the understanding of what it is we're reading. Okay? All right, so Kyla, could you read for me that first, I like to say part, right? Parts because Hebrew, like one Hebrew, what we would see as a word may be a phrase, right? With prepositions and so on and so forth. So could you read the first part or phrase?
Shemaiwa.
Shemaiwa. Okay, so Shemaiwa. That's the first part. Okay, carry on.
Ath Hadabar.
Ath Hadabar. Correct. Okay, so Ath Hadabar. Mm-hmm.
Ashar.
Ashar. Mm-hmm.
Dabar.
Dabar. Yep.
Yahweh.
Mm-hmm.
Al Yakam.
Al Yakam. Yep.
Bayath.
Mm-hmm. Bayath.
Yasharala.
Yasharala. All right, Most High in Christ. Well done. All right, so Shemaiwa, Ath Hadabar, Ashar, Dabar, Yahweh, Al Yakam, Bayath, Yasha'al. All right, Slacky, for some of these letters, I didn't have the time to go over it. I know some of the letters are a little bit off with the Hebrew converter that's available. I didn't have the time to go over each letter. You'll see in the next verse, which is a verse I've done previously, it has, some of those letters are gone over with letters I've done myself. So Salaki, if any of these letters are a bit unfamiliar, of course, you see this is an I. This is how they do the letter Wa. Salaki, I don't know why they do it like that. This is the letter Da, and so on and so forth. The other letters are pretty easy to get. I'd say those two are the most far off, right, from the Hebrew letter. Okay, but as the sister read, Shemaiwa, Ath Hadabar, Ashar, Dabar, Yahweh, Aliyakam Bayath Yasha'ala. Okay, so are there any words or phrases that you recognize from what we just broke down, or what you just read?
The bar.
The bar, okay. And what does the bar mean?
Speak.
The bar means speak, all right? So the bar as a verb means to speak, okay? So, let me see. The bar, So we have the bar here, and we have had the bar right here, right? So I'll do this one. So the bar, what would the bar Yahweh be as a phrase put together?
Says the Lord, or
or like spake the Lord, right? So the bar would mean speak. Yahweh is the Lord, right? So it'd be the Lord spake. Okay, let me capitalize it. The Lord spake. Okay. All right. Also, let me put an extra one here. Okay. Cool. Are there any other words, or would you like to would you like to do you have an idea of what this part would be?
This ath here, would it be unto?
La'ah. So that ath, I think what you're thinking of is the word al.
Oh.
Right? Al, where sometimes when it's joined with a noun, it would let you know it would mean like unto. In this case, this ath is the word that, or do you know what ath means?
This is the one that just tells us what a verb is applying to.
Exactly. It tells you what a verb applies to. So what follows kind of has to be a noun, right? It has to be a noun, a thing, or a person, or a place, right? So we have ath hadabar, right? So we know dabar as a verb means to speak, right? Do you have an idea of what dabar as a noun would be?
Words?
Words, exactly. Exactly. So it would be the word, right? Okay. Right. Are there any other words or phrases you recognize?
Yahweh is the Lord, the Lord's name.
So
Bayath.
Bayath. Okay. What does Bayath mean?
House.
House. Excellent. All right. Excellent. Also, if anybody knows these answers, wants to put anything in the comments, I am looking at the comments also. I'm saying shalom to Zapuan, Yahabashim Yashabakata. I'm saying he stated his registry also, Mosiah Christ. And Kwamada, shalom sis, Yahweh Shema, Alata Bahashim Yahushai. Okay. She stated her registry also. Perfect. Okay. So Bayath, as you said, means house. Okay. Anything else?
Yasharala is Israel.
Yasharala is Israel. All right. Let's put that in.
Or Aliyakam, is that all one word?
That's a phrase. Yasharala. So just think the ya is almost like the ya doesn't really have a definition to it. It's almost like a connector. Just joins the two parts of the phrase. If that helps.
Is this like upon you or over you or?
Exactly. Right. Upon, and then the you in what context would the you be, if that makes sense? I don't know if the question makes sense. I'll ask this.
Speaking to more than one person, like you all?
Perfect, exactly, right? It's in the plural, right? You see kam, which is you as in the plural masculine sense. So either speaking to, I mean, we know it's speaking to the house. I should really put of, I just put Yasha'Allah, right? Of Israel, right? Yasha'Allah means Israel, right? So let me put of, select here, of, and then Israel, right? Yasha'Allah means Israel, okay? And then al yakam would be like upon you all, right? Or upon you in the plural sense, right? So I'll do it like that, okay? Any other words or phrases? Okay, hold on. What's happening right now? Okay, la'ah. So we have what's in between athhadabar and then dabar again? The third part.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Which.
Exactly, Ashar. I knew you'd know that one, but I just had to prompt you a little bit. All right, Ashar, of course, is which. Okay, so the word which the Lord spake upon you, right? And then the house of Israel.
I was focused on the first word, but I don't think I know it.
No sweat, no sweat. I think you know it, but something about the phrase might have thrown you off. Right, but we're gonna go over it now. Hold on. I'm gonna put here like O house of Israel. All right. So we have Shamaiwa, right? Shamaiwa. The root of this word is the word Shamai, which means what?
It's like listen to hear or
Hear or listen, exactly. Right? So you could do hear and then Shamai wa. The wa part is usually used where you're speaking to multiple people, right? It can be, it's what's known as the, hold on, like if I go into it, I'll show you on the Blue Letter Bible, right? We have Shemaiwa, we go into the phrase. All right, so you of course have the root word, what the, oh, hold on. So how do I get, is it this? Yeah, Shemaiwa, it says the second person masculine plural. Okay, so where you're speaking to multiple people and telling them to do this, right? Wa at the end of a word can also sometimes mean it. So you could also translate like that also makes sense, like hear it, the word which the Lord spake upon you, O house of Israel, right? So that also makes sense, but we can just leave it as hear, right? If we look in the English translation, right? It's funny I guess the label it does on this verse is it says a satire on idolatry, right? Which lets you know what is about to proceed is idolatry, okay? But it says hear ye, right? So we can put that as hear, right? It's like saying hear y'all, hear this y'all, right? Like that sort of thing. That wa, okay? So I'm gonna put hear ye, right? Hear ye the word which I just put a shar here. Good night. So like you. So like you. All right. The word which the Lord spake upon you in the plural sense, or upon, I guess it says it, O house of Israel, right? Upon the house of Israel. Okay. So that is verse 1. All right. If anyone has any questions or wants me to go over anything, please let me know. Otherwise, we'll move on to verse 2. Okay. So let me do it like this. Oh, Slovakia. Hold on. Okay. So, verse 2. All right. Could you have a go reading through verse 2, Baba Kushab?
Ka,
Mm-hmm.
Amar,
Mm-hmm.
Yahweh,
Mm-hmm.
Al-Darak,
Al-Darak. Mm-hmm.
After this ha, that's a ga, right?
Kind of.
Hagawayim.
Hagawayim. Perfect.
Okay. Al Salamadwa.
Al Salamadwa.
Wama'athwam. Wath.
Wama'athwath.
Hashemayim.
Hashemayim.
Al Thakathwam. Wa.
Al Thakathwa.
Kaya. Yakathwa.
Kaya Yakathwa.
Hagawayim.
Hagawayim. Yep.
Hagawayim. Mahama.
All right, hold on 1 second. So Hagawayim, let me just read this part. And then Mahama, exactly, right? Mahama. Perfect. Okay. So are there any words or phrases you recognize here?
Omar.
Amar, okay, which means what?
To say.
To say. All right, well done. Right, so we have Amar Yahweh. What would that mean?
Says the Lord.
Says the Lord, right? Or saith the Lord, right? We have the word ka, right? Ka, which is a ka and a ha. Do you know what that word means?
Not off the top of my head. Is it the same as ka without the H, or is that two different words?
That's two different words.
Thus.
Thus, exactly. Thus. You got that from vocabulary? Perfect, right? Ka means thus, right? If I go into, I'm gonna quickly share this right here. Ka, right? It says from the prefix ka and whatever properly, like this, right? So almost like imagine like you said, the preposition ka, right? Ka means like. Ha would be like the, this, that, so on and so forth, right? So it's like as this or like this, right? Thus, in this manner, right? That's the word. That's what ka means, right? So ka amar Yahweh, thus saith the Lord. Okay, so thus saith the Lord. Okay. Anything else? Sorry, yeah, should be all right. Cool.
Lamadwa.
Which means what?
Lamad by itself is learn, correct?
And
then the Y at the end.
It would be like we did earlier with Shemaiwa. It's like saying learn ye, right? Talking to a group of people, right? Saying learn ye, right? What do we have? Let me go to Lamadwa, right? So we have, that's where it says tha Lamadwa, right? Which also the tha is the preposition of saying you, right? So you learn or learn you, right? But we have al next to it, right? When we have al next to a verb, what does it mean?
Unto, or
not unto.
You said next to a verb? No or not?
Exactly. If it's next to a verb, it means the same thing as like la'a, right? It means no or not, the negative. So this would be like learn thee not, right? Or it's basically saying to Israel, to the house of Israel, learn not. Okay, so I'm gonna put learn thee not, right? Or thou shalt not learn. You can do it either way. I'll do thou shalt not learn. Thou shall not learn. Okay. Any words or phrases you recognize?
Al-Darak is unto the way.
Unto the way, or what else can Darak mean, just for edification purposes?
Or path.
Path, right? So, thus saith the Lord, right? Al, which in this case is next to a noun, right? The noun being way or path. This means unto, right? So, unto the path or the way, right? So, I'm going to put unto the, what is it? Okay, hold on. Onto the way, and then we have Hagawayim. Do you know what what's going on here? Do you know what Hagawayim means?
La.
No sweat. Okay. Is there any words or phrases you recognize?
Athwath.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Wama Athwath. Athwath is signs. Correct?
Athwath is signs. Mm-hmm. Athwath, I believe it can mean stars or signs. Hold on, let me go into that one. It's been a while since I had since I looked at Athwath. Or I think it might just be light. Right? When I go into the original word, a signal, a flag, a beacon. Yeah, sign. Yeah, sign or signal. All right, I'm thinking of a different word. Okay, so where we have Athwath, right? Okay. So we have wa ma Athwath, right? So the wa and the ma are what?
Prepositions.
Prepositions, right? What does wa as a preposition mean?
And.
Wa means and, or like a continuation of what's being said. What does ma as a preposition mean?
From.
Of or from, right? So, and from the signs, right? Or and of the signs, okay? So, and, hold on, click here, and of the signs, right? Okay, anything else?
Shemayim is heavens or sky.
Absolutely correct, right? Shemayim is heavens or sky, right? So, of the signs of heaven. Okay, what will the signs of heaven be?
As in, like, I'm not sure how to answer.
Okay, no sweat. What we'll do is we'll continue translating the verse, and I might ask you again later. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, carry on. Is there any other words or phrases you recognize?
Kaya is for because.
Absolutely correct. All right, so we have kaya, which means for or because. So where do we have this? We have it here, right? So what I'd want to do is put it right now, right? For, and then we have the rest of that phrase. Okay.
I don't think I have anything else.
No sweat, no sign of Christ. All right, so first one I'm going to break down. So thus saith the Lord unto the way, and then the of here would be implied, but we have Hagawayim. Right? The word Gawayim or Gawaya means nation, right? Nation, typically referring to the heathen nations, right? You have the children of Israel who the Most High is speaking to, and he's basically saying, of the way of the nations, which would imply, of course, the other nations, right? Thou shalt not learn, right? So unto the way of, put the of here, of the, we know it's heathen here because he's speaking to the children of Israel. So of the ways of the heathens, okay, it's plural, right? So any other nation or people who is not the children of Israel, these would be Hagarium, especially in this context, okay? So unto the way of the heathens thou shalt not learn, right? In other words, you shall not learn the ways of the heathens. And of the signs of heaven, right? Then we have al thakathwa, okay? So we need to find the word thakath, okay? Thakath. Let me go into, I'm going to share the Blue Letter Bible over here. I'm going to find the word thakath, all right? So hold on. Thath, okay, thakathwa. All right, so this is the word here. Okay, so kathath, which is the root here, it means, on biblical usage, to be shattered, to be dismayed, to be dismayed, right? Definition: to prostrate, right? To break down, or to be confused or fearful, to be afraid, right? So al thakathwa, the tha here means thou. Hold on, so I can share this tab again. Right, so we have al thakathwa. So we know thakath here is a verb. It means to be dismayed, right? To be afraid of something. Okay, so al thakathwa means thou shall not. The al here, since it's next to a verb, means the same as la'ah, means not, the negative, right? So thou shall not be dismayed. Thou shall not be dismayed. Okay, so at the signs of heaven, thou shalt not be dismayed. Okay, you shall not be dismayed at the signs of heaven. Okay, then you have kaya, yakathwa, hagarium, right, or hagarium. Okay, so we have yakathwa. Ya is a preposition which means he, right? He, and who is the he it's talking about? Hagarium, all right, Hagarium, which is the nations. So for the nations are dismayed, right? So for the nations are dismayed. And then you have ma hama, right? The root word here is ham, which means you can tell me what ham means in Hebrew. Let's see. I'll give you a hint. It's a subject pronoun.
You said ham?
Mm-hmm. They, right? They. Matter of fact, hold on. Not they works like ham can also mean they, but as a subject pronoun, it would be them, right? A subject pronoun is like saying me, you, he, she, we, them, right? I guess you could you use they? I think them is the subject pronoun for that, right? Me, you, them, yeah, that's it, right? Y'all, we, us, right? So it would be them, right? So you have ma as the preposition, which would be of or from. In this context, it's going to be of, so it'd be of them, right? Of them. And now if we read this verse through, Ka Amar Yahweh, so thus saith the Lord, let's read it in English, right? Unto the way of the heathens thou shalt not learn, and of the signs of heaven thou shalt not be dismayed, for the nations are dismayed of them, right? This is basically saying we shall not learn any ways of the heathens, and of the signs of heaven we shouldn't be dismayed at them because the heathens are dismayed at the signs of heaven. Now, what are the signs of heaven? Let's see if you get it now. You're not sure? Let me see if anyone in the comments who can tell me what are the signs of heaven. Let's see if anyone gets it. I'll give y'all some time. Okay. I'm seeing any answers in the chat. Kyla, you unsure?
Yes.
Okay. No sweat. The signs of heaven would be like the sun, the moon, the stars. These are the signs of heaven, right? When the Most High created the moon, the stars, and the sun, he said these would be created for a sign and for seasons, right? So the signs of heaven are like the sun, the moon, and the stars, right? Now the heathens, they are dismayed at things like the sun and the stars and the moon. They all create gods out of these things. Like the Egyptians, they had a god for the moon, god for the sun, god for the stars, god for the cloud, god for everything. Everything in the sky, they had a god for it. The same with the Greeks. They have a god for everything. They have a god of lightning, and Zeus and whatever, and Thor and all these things. The heathens are dismayed at the signs of heaven. Okay, the signs of heaven. I mean, what do devils? Well, they claim it's what a star. That's what they put on top of their Christmas tree, and all that nonsense about shooting stars and whatever it is that star represents that they put on top of that Christmas tree, right on top of some tree. The heathens are dismayed at the signs of heaven. Right? The heathens are confused and create gods out of a sun, out of the moon, out of a star, right? Things like that. Okay, so learn not the ways of the heathen. Choose none of is it choose none of his past, or that's in a different verse, right? But learn not the path or the ways of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, because the heathens are dismayed at them. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we'll read, what time are we on? 7:57. I think we'll do one more verse, we'll break it down, and then we'll do some vocabulary. All right, I want this to be a 2-part class from this week and next week, which is the 2 Fridays before that day, that pagan day that everyone and their mother is going to be, celebrating and putting up some tree in their home and making sure it's well decorated and putting a star on top and doing all these things that are against what Christ taught. They are anti-Christ. They're against what Christ did, what Christ kept. Christ kept the Passover. Y'all keep Christmas and Easter. You know what I'm saying? According to the Bible, it's a sin to celebrate your birthday, but y'all claim that Christmas is Christ's birthday. Christ never celebrated his birthday, because that would be a sin. All right? Let me see. So let's get the next verse. And also, Christ's birthday is not the 25th of December, right? So real quick, let me get the next verse. Okay, and I need to create the lines for it. Let me just finish up doing this. Okay. Let's put a line of everything. If I need to delete them, I'll delete them. Okay. And one here. And the last one here. Okay. Kayla, could you read through this third verse? All right, so verse 3.
Kaya kakwath.
Kaya kokwath.
Ha'imyam.
Ha'imyam, yep.
Habal.
Habal. How's it going? Oh, Habal.
Hawa'ah.
Hawa'ah.
Kaya Ima. Is that a no?
That's not a ma. The ma is the other way around.
What is that?
I'll give you a hint that because it's a little off. That is the letter taza.
Kaya Itaza.
Kaya Itaza.
Maya. Is that an I and a R? A Ra?
Khan. It's an I and a Ra.
How would I say those two together?
It would be like aya, right? Like as in sha'aya, meaning hair. So it would be like ma ya aya.
Maya ire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Arathwa.
Mm-hmm. Karathwa. Mm-hmm.
Ma'aisha.
Mm-hmm.
Yadia.
Mm-hmm.
Karash.
Yadia Karash, yep.
Bama'ai Tazad.
Bama'ai Tazad. All right, perfect. Okay, cool. So, any words or phrases that you recognize?
Kaya.
Kaya, okay, which means what?
Or because.
For or because. Okay, so let's do for. Oop, hold on, select here. For, and we still have the other word. And we also have kaya in the beginning, so let's do this here as well. So for, so let's do this. Okay.
The word I'm yum, is that one word?
Yes, I'm yum would be like one word, one word.
Okay.
Do you know what? So I'm is like a plural. I mean, I'm yum is plural of the word I'm.
Oh, people?
People, right? So I'm means people, so plural, multiple people, right? But it would be like the, so ha, of course, as a preposition also means the, so the people, right? Plural. So like the heathens, another way of saying that, right? All those other people, okay? So let me click off. Why is it doing I don't want to add a text, no, whatever. Click off here. Okay. Any other words or phrases?
Mm-hmm.
Which means what?
Would it be it in here or?
You are absolutely right, right? It would be it. Okay. It. So hawa can mean either he or it. In this context, it's gonna be it. Okay, so let me see. We have so we have something. It.
This word karathwa.
Mm-hmm.
Karath is a word by itself, right?
That's correct.
It's like to cut, or it has a different meaning.
Karath does mean to cut. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna put let's see. So we have a word. I should do. Hold on. Let me duplicate. Let me do this. Put one here. Put one here. So put this word is like cutseth. Right? Or cuts is how we would say this today.
Ma'aisha.
Mm-hmm.
Is like work.
Work, exactly. So we have Aisha, which means to make or to do. Ma'aisha is a word in itself, which means like the work, right? So I'm gonna put the work. Mm-hmm.
This word yadia. Is this yad, is it hand, or is this a whole different word?
This yad is hand.
So your hand?
It would just be like, let me see. The ya here is similar to yam, so it's really pluralizing it. There's some instances where the plural will just be ya, like banya. Yadya is one of those instances, right?
So just hands?
Hands. Mm-hmm. And put the work, let's see, of the hands. Right? The word there is just implied here, right? But the hands and then something else. Doing very well, by the way.
Thank you.
Any other words or phrases?
I recognize Itazah, but I can't remember what it means. But I have a question.
Go ahead.
Kaya Itazah, that Itazah is the same as Ma Itazah, or is that like two completely different things?
Ma'itazad is a different thing.
Okay.
But the word Itazad, you'll have recognized it. The word Ma'itazad, it probably comes from the word Itazad. When I look into the meaning of what it is, it in some way comes from that word. Likely, I'll say it's likely. It is not to say that it does. Looking at the meaning of it, which I'll explain later on, it seems like it does in some way come from that word. But the word Itazah, let's get it over here just so I can show. All right, so Itazah over here. It's the word from the verse. It means biblical usage. It means a tree. All right, so Itazah is a tree. Also by proxy, it can mean wood, timber, things that you get from a tree. Okay, right. So Itazah is a tree. So for over here. So for a tree, hold on. Let me see. I think really these three parts will be put together as a phrase. So what I'm gonna do is from here we'll start breaking this down, right? So let's start at the beginning. We have kaya kakwath. All right, the word kakwath comes from the word kakwa, which means like a statute, right? It means like a statute or a custom. If I go into it over here, I can see the word kakwa, right? Statute, ordinance, limit, prescribe. A statute is something that's like a, it says right here, customs, right? So you could use that as well. For the customs, for the statutes, right? Like a statute is something that isn't a law, but it's almost like it's like a way they operate. It's tradition, right? So for you can put the statutes, or you could put for the customs. Okay, for the customs, then you have ha ainium, so of the people, or you're like of the peoples, right? Of the multitude of peoples. Okay. I need to go back over here, right? So go ahead.
That's what I was gonna say.
Okay, the water. Okay, then we have, let me see if I can just share. I'll share the full screen. Hold on, stop sharing. And then let me do this. Share my full screen so you can see both. Is it just me? The background's messing up a little bit, or it's just me? Does it look too wild for you? Okay, it's just me. All right, cool. So let me do this. Go here. Okay. So, and then yeah, you can see the blue arrow over here, right? So let me move this. The customs of the people. Then we have habal, right? Habal. So let's get habal. Okay, habal is a word. I know it shows you kind of a brief definition in the verse, like where it does the whole side by side thing. But I like to go into the word and really get its true definition, so then we can see how they defined it as vain, right? because sometimes they you know, you can't always trust, or you can't. You had to go into the original word to see why it was translated that way to get the proper understanding, right? And it was King James who like commissioned a bunch of scholars to translate the Bible from Hebrew into English and various languages. But you know, you want to be able to understand the Hebrew of what's being said. Okay, that's where you get words like spirit. They'll do as ghost, right? Like holy, they'll say Holy Ghost, but it really would be Holy Spirit. Okay, things like that, right? So we got habal from emptiness or vain, right? Something vain or vanity, right? Vanity. Okay, so the customs of the people, it'd be like it is vain, right? But the it here, since it's more than one custom, you do this as like right? So it'd be like are vain, right? Okay. So how habal hawa would be like are vain, or like vain is it, right? Or vain, not vain is it, vain it is, right? Like that type of thing. Okay. Or vain are they. Okay. Then you have kaya itazar, right? So for a tree, we have ma'ayar. So let's get that word. Ma'ayar. Where is it here? It's like, not ma'ayar. Ma'ya'aya, right? Ma'ya'aya. So ma is a preposition meaning of or from. We have ya'aya, which means forest or woods, right? So from a forest. Okay, for so I'm gonna do this whole these three, like for a tree out of the forest one cuts, right? That's like how this that's like how, like from the flow of how it's written, like for a tree from the forest one cuts, or you'll cut, right? You know, this wa is like saying like hear ye, or so on and so forth, right? For a tree out of the forest, cut ye, or ye cut. Talking to, of course, the heathens, right? Well, nowadays, I mean, we talking about Israel. Israel is gonna go and purchase either some synthetic tree, or go and get some tree out of the forest and put it up in their homes, because we're following the customs of the heathen, something the Most High told us expressly not to do. Okay, so let me see if I'll write it as, let's do it that way. So for, hold on. All right, I'll click off it first. Sometimes I just be adding stuff that I'll tell it to do. Okay, so for a tree out of the forest, one cutteth. Or you could say like, you could say I'll put like they cutteth, right? Since we're talking about people, right? This is their customs. A tree out of the forest, they cutteth. I really could split this up. Should I split this up? Let's split it up. It's a bit long. Let's go back. Okay, for a tree out of the forest, and this would be like one cutteth, or yeah, I'll put one cutteth. Okay, and then we have the work of the hands. Then we have karash. All right, karash. Let's get this word. Okay, karash, if we're going to biblical usage, is a fabricator of any material. So somebody who works, like a carpenter, generally a workman. So of any craft, a carpenter, an engineer, a blacksmith, a craftsman, an engraver, all of these are workmen, right? Just think of a like a trade or some skill like that, some craftful skill, somebody who makes something. All right, so I'm gonna put the hands of the workman. Why in there? How did it do that? All right, the hands of the workman. Then you have ba ma'itazad, right? Ba ma'itazad. We have ba here, which is a preposition, which means in, on, or with. In this context, it's going to be with. Let's find ma'itazad. You can see with, and then ma'itazad, if we go into it, comes from a root meaning to hew. This is why I was saying it's likely, very likely related to the word itazad, which means tree. Because what do you do with an axe? I mean, what was almost the purpose an axe was built? It was to hew trees, right? So ma'itazad is a axe. Okay, you look at biblical usage, it's used pretty much expressly for the word axe. Okay, so with the axe. Okay. So as we get closer to the 25th of December, if you are yourself or if you are commissioning somebody to go and cut some tree out of the forest or pick up, some tree from the store that is meant to symbolize somebody cutting a tree out of the forest to bring it into your home, which as we read on in the later verses is going to explain further, these are the customs that are pagan. These are the customs of the heathen that are vain. If you're going to do that, you are expressly going against the word of God. You are expressly going against the things that Christ would have taught. You know what I'm saying? That's why celebrating Christmas, as the title says, is anti-Christ. You'll claim it's about Christ and it's for Christ. It's got Christ in the name, Christmas or Christmas. That's what y'all call it. But it has nothing to do with Christ. It has absolutely nothing to do with our King Yahushua. It is anti-Christ. Okay, even calling it Christmas is a disrespect. It's an absolute disrespect, and they spit in the face to Christ. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, if there's any questions from now, let me know. What I'm gonna do real quick. If nobody has any questions, hold on, let me stop sharing. Nobody has any questions. I'm gonna share. I'm gonna play a quick song, and then we're gonna do the vocabulary part of the class. All right. So, should I? Does anybody have any questions? Are we good to go? Okay. I think we're good to go. All right. So what I'm gonna do real quick, I'm gonna play a quick track for intermission, and then we'll get back to doing the vocabulary. Let me see.
Right back at you again, Officer Shapat Dayakin. Dropping something heavy for these cowards out here. Yeah. Coming straight from 125th, 1 West, Harlem, New York. Home of the truth, nigga. Man of war with hair wool, no idols, loving judgments. God of the Bible, the men above me shout, Hum Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Hum Yasha. Kingdoms ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one, it was written. The men above me shout, Hum Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Hum Yasha. All day as we discuss how they don't like us. Gathered on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us, watch where you stepping. Cause a scene, you gon' see how brotherhood is a weapon. Tough skin protect our wrists, teach girls and kids the foulness. Call them prophetess, a priest damn near nothing without him. more than rubies, cute and understanding when describing. Virtue loving, no lip from the daughters of Zion. Gold teeth, earrings, chains, and the rings. Precious metals, fabrics, emphatic stones, and everything. Trying to catch the slang, rewind what we rappers slang. Lost in parables, the scripture breakdowns terrible. Yasha Allah, Prince of the power, we are the Jews. God on earth, you can see it by watching all our moves. Man of war with hair wool, no idols, loving judgments. God of the Bible, the men above me shout, Hum Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Hum Yasha. Kingdoms ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one, it was written. The men above me shout, Hum Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Hum Yasha. Man of war with hair wool, no idols, loving judgments. God of the Bible, the men above me shout, Hum Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Hum Yasha. Kingdoms ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one, it was written. The men above me shout, Hum Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Hum Yasha.
All right, so we back. Let's go ahead and get the screen up, and we'll go through the vocabulary. So, Sabbath service verses tomorrow. We're going to start at Numbers chapter 3 and verse 33. All right, so we're going to read from there and note down any key vocabulary as we go through. Okay, so Numbers chapter 3 and verse 3. Okay, so let's get the first word. So it's like lamararia, right? Lamararia. All right, so let me get this word. This is a name, right? So la would be the preposition. Let's do this here. Preposition. Copy this word. All right, preposition. What does la as a preposition mean, Kyla?
2 or 4.
2 or 4, exactly. So 2 or 4. Okay, so we have Mararia. Mararia is a name. Comes from the word marar, which means bitter. Okay. Name. How's the name spelled? Hold on. Marari. So Marari, and its meaning. It means bitter. Okay. Let me see what I like to do when we get these words. So this is the son of Levi. When we get a word like this, I like to reference both both sources that I mainly use, which is Blue Letter Bible and Bible Hub, because sometimes they can give different answers. But if it comes from the root word marar, I think bitter is correct, because like marar is used even like bitter herbs and things like that. So bitter sounds about right, but I do like to have some references here and just knowledge of how Israelites would have named named their children. Okay, or how Israelite names kind of work. All right, Mararia. Okay, so we got bitter. Okay, and then let's get back over here. We have mashapakath. All right, the root word here is mashapaka. What does that word mean, Kayla? Mashapaka. I think we went over this word in last week's class. But I've got it also on the screen on the right-hand side, right? So ISUPK, which is the root word.
Oh.
Family. Family, right? So this is how we say family. By extension, you know, tribe, clan, kindred, but like for the most part, just family in general, right? Family. It says right here, by extension, a tribe or people, right? So family, I'll put kindred. All right, that makes sense because it's the same kind of word, right? ISUPK, family, that's what it's translated as. Family or families. Let me even just put family. Just leave it as simple as we can. ISUPK means family. Okay, then you have ha-mahalia. Ha-mahalia, so ha is a preposition just meaning what?
The.
The. All right, the. Right, then we have mahalia, right? Mahalia, this will come, hold on. This comes from a man named Mahalia, right? But a lot of times where you have, it's like in Macalia. Am I getting this first word wrong? Yeah, Macalia, Salakia. Macalia. So this is a, these are like the descendants of Macalia, right? A man named Macalia became the Macalites, right? Like the similar how a lot of just to say like a descendant of this person, you'll add like a ya to the end. Like there's instances where it's like I want to say like even to say Israelites, it's like, let me look this up. Israelites. It's like Yasharala Ya with the ya at the end to say like it, right? Let me see. Lexicon. Yasharala Yath. Yeah, let me look up like it. Like let me see what's another ites. Canaanite. Let's do Canaanite. How would you say Canaanite? So Canaan is Canaan. Canaanite is Canania, right? Or Canaania. That ya at the end of like a person is like saying it or of that person. Okay. So this would be a let me just do it as a, how's his name? Okay. Let me see how the name's spelled in this verse because it always changes, right? Mahal, I'm gonna just do Malite. All right, Malite don't even make sense. Let me see. What's all right, yeah, it just says it here. KJV. That's cool, it's cool. It's good enough for me. Or a Maclite. Let's do this one. I like the spelling. Since it's a ka, it makes more sense to me. Okay. So that's a Maclite descendant of descendant of, all right, let's do that. Okay. Oh, the S here, descendant. Okay, cool. Let's go back to the verse. Okay, then we have Allah. So Allah means these. We have Ham. Okay, Ham, let's get this word. Means they or them. So, like, I guess Allah paired with Ham, it's like these are they. Or hold on. These, it says these were, but that don't make sense because Ham means they. So it's like saying these, they. So it really just defaults to they. But we're not really concerned too much about that. We mainly get in the root words, right? So Ham would be they, them. Is any really just be they, them, those? Suppose that makes sense. Right? This is the only time, well, the only time, but you know, they and them would be put together. It's the definition of that, right? Mashapakath is the same root. Mashapakah, the families of Mararia. Okay, we have that already. Okay, Wa Pakwadyaham. We have this word from last week. What does Pakwad mean?
Oh, visit, deliver, appoint, to number.
Okay, to visit.
As in punish.
Mm-hmm. Deliver. You said appoint and number. Okay. All right, numbered. Okay, to punish, like to visit punishments on them, to number them. Right. So that's to let me see. Appointed. It's got a couple. It's there a couple times. Okay. Leave that there. We have Masapar, which means by itself like the number, right? A number or a count. Like saying a tally. Let me see. It's a noun, right? The number of them, the tally of them. You can say that. You see here, number, tally. Right. So number or the count of something, which is basically saying the same thing. Number or tally. Like that. Okay, then we have cow. What does cow mean?
All, every, or any.
All, every, or any, right? Everything of the following category, right? All, every, or any, right? Then we have zakar, okay? Zakar. Let's go into this. Zakar means male, okay? A male child, okay? Male. Or boy, man, it all comes from the same thing, male. All right, let's leave it there. It comes from the root, which is also zakar, which means to remember. Okay. So you could, hold on, as a verb, so as a noun, it means male, or I suppose as both as a noun and an adjective, right? Because you're saying this male, that's a noun. You're saying this child is male, that's an adjective you're describing, right? So both, let me do it this way. I'm gonna put a noun / adjective. And then you have zakar as a verb, means to remember, right? Does anyone know, just as we're expanding on this, right? Do anyone know how we'd say the word remembrance, right? Or memorial would be like the same word. Let's see if anybody knows.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Zakar one.
Zakar one. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Zakar one would be remembrance or like a memorial, right? Something that we remember. Memorial. Okay. Excellent. All right. All right. So all the males. Hold on. What happened here? All right. Maban. Okay. So ma as a preposition. As a preposition means what?
From or Of.
So of or from. Then we have ban, which means a son or a child. All right, son or a child. We have Qadash. What does Qadash mean?
Month or moon.
Exactly. Qadash means month or new moon, right? Which is how we signify a month. A month begins on the new moon. So when you look up and you don't see the moon in the sky, when the sun is on the complete other side of the moon, that signifies a new month, right? So we have ma, ban would be like from a child, a month, ma, ila, and above, or wa, ma, la. It's like a wa, ma, ila, right? So ma, ila means above, upwards, right? So on and so forth. Let me go into the words to get the above, upward, over, higher, right? All these. The same thing as like aisle, right? Ila is just ma'al or ila is matter of fact, if this is just ma'al, let's do it like that. Ma'al, above, upwards, over, they all mean the same thing, pretty much. Okay. So from a month and upwards, or a month and above, okay, we have shashath alapium, okay, so root word of shashath is shasha, which means what? Alap, we have ma, yeah. Kyla,
Shasha is it 6?
6, correct. All right, 6. Then we have alapium, the root word being alap. What does alap mean?
100?
Nope.
1,000.
1,000. All right. Alap means 1,000, right? So when you have alapium, that's thousands in the plural. So 6,000s, 6,000, right? Then you have wa ma'athium, the root word here being ma'a. All right. Hold on. So I really should have. Let me do it this way. I'm going to move this one down. The root is ma'a, right? But ma'athium would be like a specific number also. Matter of fact, this root might be ma'athium. No, ma'a, right? Okay. What does ma'a mean?
100.
100, right? So I'm put 100. And what does ma'athium mean?
200.
200, exactly. Matter of fact, is there another way of saying 200? I feel like one of them was it ma'awath? Let me see something. Ma'awath. Ma'awath, right? So ma'awath is another way of saying I guess no, yeah, that's correct, right? Ma'athium, right? We see here is 200. Ma'awath is where you have anything over that. It's just like hundreds. Okay. All right. So let's get back to where was that? Ma'athium. Missing the Ma'athium. Yeah. Okay. So ma'athium, let me zoom out a little bit. Specifically 200. Okay. Anytime you go over 200, you're just saying the number and then hundreds, right? So say hundreds, it's ma'awath. Okay. This would just mean hundreds. Okay. All right. So wa nashaya'a, right? I believe that was, let me see. How do we let's go into it. Comes from nasha'a. So yeah, nashaya'a, right? Nashaya'a. It's 2 A's here. Okay, nashaya'a. This just means a leader, right? It comes from the word nasha'a, means to lift, so it's somebody who's lifted up, right? A leader or ruler, I think, is how we've defined it previously. Is that correct, Kyla? Leader or ruler, right? So by proxy, like a prince, a chief, right? Somebody who's lifted up to be above something. Okay. Then we have Bayath, which Kyla obviously explained earlier, is house. Matter of fact, before we continue, there was a do we do the preposition wa? No, so let's do that now. So wa, in terms of wa nashaya'ah, right? Wa as a preposition is and, or just generally. So I started putting now a continuation. Okay. We have Abba. Right? What does Abba mean?
Father.
Father, exactly. Right. So Abba means father. La Mashapakath, Mararia, Tazawar Ya'ala. Okay, so this is another name. So let's get this name. Tazawar. I know. Tazawar means rock. Okay. Okay, so Taza War Ya Allah. Tazawar Ya Allah. Name. This is Zuriel. What does it do is here? Zuriel. We'll do both. Zuriel. Zuriel. Okay, and his name means, says here like rock of God. Let me get another reference. You notice you'll have a lot of like Ya'alas in Israel, right? Gabar Ya'ala, which is Gabriel, Mayaka Allah. You'll have a lot of that at the end in reference to the Most High, right? God. So Tazawar, rock of God. My rock is God. Okay. That makes sense. My rock is God. Yeah. This would be the definition, right? My rock is God. Okay. Okay. Ban, we have that means son or child. Abayak. Pronounce this word. Abba Khayal. So Abaya Khayal. Okay. Abba Ya Khayal. Okay. So this is another name. This name is multiple of these spellings in the English. So let's see. What was the Abihail? We'll do the one with the let's do this. This or I mean, let me see. It's all the same name, just slightly different ways of saying it in English. I'm cool with that. All right. So name means Abba, so father of. You have Khayal. Khayal means like valor, strength, and might, skill, virtue, all these things, right? So it'd be like father of. So right here, might, that makes sense. Like the possessor. So if someone's a father of something, like they are, they possess it. They are almost, you could say almost the inventor. Like if someone, you say someone's the father of jazz, right? You're saying they started jazz, right? Or they so on and so forth, right? My father is might. Sound right to me. Let me get another reference. Abi Hail. Okay. Let's have a quick look. Abaya Kayal. I suppose we'd want to see Father of might. My father is might. Like my father is mighty. Father of strength. I like that. That's kind of more. That's kind of more like how, like my father is might. It just don't sound right to me. So, matter of fact, I'm gonna leave it alone if I'm unsure because I don't want to say something that's not correct. All right, so I'll leave that alone. But it's a name of a brother. Okay. So we know the root, right? Abba, meaning father. Kayal is skill, strength, might, valor, so on and so forth. Okay, let's get this. We have aisle, which means on, over, above, kind of the same thing as ma'ail or ayla. Okay, we have yarak. Okay, yarak is a word which means thigh or your side, right? So let's get that. Yarak, thigh or side. It says loins here also. Can mean hips, right? Like the side of your thigh. That's where your hips are. If someone's side by side, that type of thing, right? So let me see what it's mostly defined as. Side or thigh. Cool with that. Okay. Ha mashakan. Ha mashakan. So ha, it means the. Mashakan is tabernacle. Okay, so mashakan, tabernacle. Okay, or dwelling place. Let's see. Tabernacle. Yeah, that's good. Tabernacle is Tawab. Okay. Then we have Yakanwa. All right, so Yakanwa, what's the root here? Kana. Okay, the root is kana, which means to encamp. Okay. To encamp, camped. Yeah, that's the word. All right, to encamp. Then we have Tazapana. All right, Tazapana, the root. Tazapan. That's from Tazapan. Okay. Tazapuan. All right. Tazapuan is the same name as Officer Tazapuan, which means north. All right, so hold on, put, yeah, north, right? Like as in the direction north. Okay, north or northward. So the same thing, right? North, northward. Okay, cool. I think that's the last, that's the end of that verse. I think we tawab on that. All right, so with that, let me scroll down so I can get any of the later words. Okay. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of time just to write any words down y'all need to. If anybody has any questions, of course, put them in the chat. Of course, remember, if anybody wants to join these classes live, make sure you contact ISUPK United Kingdom on Facebook, Instagram, email. You know, you'll find our email in the chat. Also, the upcoming feast day, Sunday, the 14th of December, at the school, 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW, will be holding the Feast of Dedication. You know what I'm saying? Hakanaka. Also, tomorrow, we'll be at Leicester. We'll be in Leicester City Centre, holding down camp from around 12. And we have the scripture breakdown class after that, which is, I believe it's 5 till 7. All right, so make sure if you're in the Leicester area, pull up to the camp spot, learn something, get a flyer, attend the class. Especially if you're not able to attend, you know, the camp in the city center, make sure you pull up to the class. It'll be in the ACC, the African Caribbean Center in Leicester. All right, so make sure you pull up. All right, with that, that's the class. You know what I'm saying? go ahead and salute out. So Yemen of Israel, I'm Madiam. Let's stop sharing my screen for a second. All right, so I'm Madiam. I'm gonna go ahead and salute any brothers that may be watching. All right, hold on, tilt it a little bit. All right, I'm Madiam Shabbat. I'm Madiam Barak. Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Barakatham. All right, Yajam Matah. Sisters stand. All right, we're gonna salute any sisters on. All right, Yemen of Israel, I'm Madiam. I'm Madiam Shabbat. I'm Madiam Barak. Yahweh Shema Al-Athar Bahasham Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shema Al-Athar Bahasham Yahweh Shai.
Yajam Matah. And class dismissed. Sign Christ. All right, also make sure y'all tune in tonight for On the Ends. All right, On the End, make sure y'all tune in, YouTube, Facebook, wherever. All right, and I'll see y'all soon. See y'all next week. All right, shalom, Israel.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.